Welcome back to our second segment of our first show. We're thrilled to be here and so glad you've joined us this morning. On a Sunday morning, it's very interesting to flip through the channels and find us here. This show is called Fame, Fashion, Art, Music, Entertainment, brought to you by ESC, Eastern Shore Connection. The magazine I publish has been out for 3+ years. We took the same format and based it on the media show that you're seeing now, and that is promoting specifically local businesses and local talents in the Mobile Bay Area. One of the things I was going to tell you about, the October-November issue, I've already had calls, is purposely pushed back to break out next week, the week the show airs on Sunday. The magazine will be coming out next week, and that will be for October-November. It will be the first magazine renamed to Fame, brought to you by ESC, which will match the show and which will match the website that will be promoting the show. So I'm excited to tell you that we are in the beautiful Hampton Inn in downtown Fairhope, our biggest secret in the whole Eastern Shore area. We have water, we have wine, we have great restaurants, we have great artists, and we have great musical talent. And to lead into that, our next guest is Fred Marchman. And Fred, welcome to the show.
I'm glad to be here.
Glad to have you here. Fred and I kind of smiling at each other. We have a little history in a very good way. Tell us about yourself a little bit. I know you teach at Faulkner, but your classes and how long and so forth.
I've been teaching at Faulkner State for about the past 8 years.
Okay.
I'm a native of Mobile and I've lived over here for about 8 years.
On the best side of the bay, as I used to say. It's just different.
It's just different.
This is more like a bedroom community with lots of art and fashion and music. And Mobile's certainly growing much more into it, but more of the metropolitan side of the pond, we call it. Tell me this, right now, where can we see some of your fabulous artwork on display besides with us?
Well, I'm at the Fairhope Connection Gallery right down here on Section Street, just past the clock.
Okay.
And at Andre's Wine and Cheese. There's some of my ceramic art.
And that's on Fairhope Avenue?
No, it's on Oak Street.
The
Eastern Shore Art Center is on Oak Street. Andre's Wine and Cheese is on Fairhope Avenue.
Thank you. I jumped ahead. I was making sure we were together.
Just around the corner from the clock.
So actually, you're on display with your artwork and different medias in 3 different locations here locally.
Right now, yeah.
Okay. And then, let's see, you said different media, so kind of tell me a little bit about that. I know you do some different things. We've got canvas, we've got ceramics, but you've written a book. I know you do many things. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I'm doing abstract on canvas. I do representational art of local scenes.
This is the one
up here.
Yes.
Then these abstract landscapes I call topsy-turvies. They read upside down and right side up.
I love it.
I have to sign them on the back. So.
I love it. Hey, that is so 70s because people would hang art upside down because it was they didn't know. Well, there were other reasons, but they didn't know.
Exactly.
What about this up here?
This is a green painting. You know, it's hip to be green.
So go green earth and okay.
Green, and
I got you.
Here's the pop artist. I call myself a Southern pop artist.
I love it.
Dixie pop. This is a kudzu cola that's
everywhere.
The drink of the future. You know. Another thing about kudzu is, you know, in my paintings a lot. This couch potatoes watching football on TV. This was originally an etching, and I created a collage and a work on canvas.
If you look up close, it's actually potatoes sitting on a sofa watching the TV. That's great. And what? Tell me real quick, what's this one? I missed what you said.
This one down there?
Yes.
Oh, that's one of my TV paintings. I like to make.
Oh, okay. It looks like a TV screen. That's wonderful.
I've been doing those since the 80s.
Fred, I was going to mention, this is down at the Fairhope Pier, and after the storm, those roots are all gone now. So this is a collector's piece. You should raise the price.
This is right near the Fairhope Yacht Club.
Right. Oh, I know what you're talking about. I'm sorry.
View.
I got you. I got you. And then, of course, the fame over his head is of course, our logo. So, but let me just tell you a secret about Fred. He's very talented. We threw a big shindig, didn't we, back in June, and we honored 4 selected women, 1 in each category of the acronym FAME. So, fashion designer, an artist, a musician, and an entertainer. And I brainstormed and called Fred. God knows it was probably in the middle of the night. Said, Fred, can you do this? I had an idea to do to present each of the award winners a statuette, like the Oscars, which I call statue, and he corrected me. And I had this idea about the mythological goddess Daphne. We met, what, the next day or 2 days later? He had all the sketches to dimension ready. And this is just a wonderful shot of the four ladies holding their Fred Marchman original design statuettes.
Looked a lot like this.
Right.
In fact, this
Tell that story. This
is a prototype. She wanted these things in ASAP. So this was an earlier prototype. I wasn't sure I could do them on time, but it worked out fine, and this was an earlier version of the statuette.
Well, let me hold this up because this is magnificent. The mythological goddess Daphne was running from the sun god Apollo and called out to her mother, and her mother said, "Stand still," and she turned into a tree. I think the sad part of it is I think she stayed a tree. But this is her with her arms drawn up.
She was a mortal, not a goddess.
What I know, but she became a tree.
Right.
But this is her arms going into the limbs of the tree. So it has a real, very cool, he saw my vision. And I've had the opportunity to go sit as a model in Fred's art class, and we had the most fun. It was just, let me say this, you have some very talented students.
Really talented.
I have never seen myself portrayed as something similar to Picasso. I found that, I've always down here, but it was very well done. It's just I didn't really think that's what I looked like sitting up there, but hey. But everyone was so different that day. I was very impressed with your kids in your class. And Faulkner State is here in downtown Fairhope, and that's only one location. Their main one's Bay Minette.
And the Gulf Shores.
And the Gulf Shores. And you teach mainly at this campus? Or
right.
Okay. Fred has been, we've been woven in and out of each other's lives in wonderful ways in the last few years, and I can never say enough about how talented Fred is and how gracious you are to take time on a day that we probably had other things to do, but he knew what this meant to the community and to me and for you. And I promised him all along that more people would know about Fred because of Faye. So hopefully that worked.
Look for a magazine article in Mobile Bay Monthly coming up within the next year or sometime.
Okay. Well, as a matter of fact, surprise, I meant to mention to you, I'm finalizing the magazine to go to print to come out next week, and that's the first Fame issue, and we're going to have a little boop in there on you, so I'll get with you after this and get that information, although I know most of it.
You're missing my book, too.
Oh, yes. This is the book called Word in Space and Duets with Erato, and it's Frederick Marchman. And this is a fabulous book. It's tell me just a little. I know it's poetry.
Well, I've illustrated with my artwork. It's illustrated poetry, and it's available online, www.wordinSpaceandduetswitherato.com.
And you know what I'll do?
It's also available at Page and Palette,
Page and Palette.
Noble,
a lot of places. Yeah. And what I'll do is I'll put Fred's information on the Eastern Shore Connection website and on the Fame TV show website, so they'll be able to. We'll link up or something. I'll point the arrows at you. Okay. Many people came together to make this first show possible. Thank you to all involved. I could possibly never name everybody, but Windsor Florist, the food on the set for the crew by Greer's Fairhope Market, who came to our rescue in a cape, and wine on the set is brought to us by Kathy's Package Store. Thanks to our cameraman, set assistant, a producer assistant, and we love sharing all the great news about local businesses and local talents. And we really want people that live here and that live afar to know we are the best kept secret in the entire state of Alabama. And by the way, and Fred and I both know this, so we'll share it, there are only 2 places in the world they have a Jubilee seafood water thing happen where the barometric pressure changes and the oxygen in the water and the fish flop on the beach. And that's our Eastern Shore and the Eastern Shore of Japan. So we have some very unique things here, and a lot of it's the art. I'd like to thank you for being here, Fred.
My pleasure.
We'll see you next week at 9:30 on Fox 10. Thank you so much.